So I wanted to take a look and yeah, what did some other great leaders say? Well, Teddy Roosevelt, I loved it, right? Pick the right man for the job, and then have the self-restraint enough to keep from meddling with them while they do it. And when I read that, I'm like, I'd like everyone to think about how they coach their coxswains. You've selected a leader. You've put him or her in the boat. How many times have you harshly reprimanded them? How many times have you made the oarsmen or oarswomen in the boat doubt their ability to assess, make a decision, and execute? I think a great leader is going to do very little overt coaching of their coxswains in the boat. But I don't have time. I don't have time to meet with my coxswains. I don't have time to talk about what needs to get done or the mistakes that they've made. Because remember, when on race day, are you in the boat with them? Right. You've handed it over. You've selected that person to do the job. Make sure that your leadership of your leaders doesn't undercut their ability to lead on the day when they're asked to do it. Does that make sense? And with that, you're disciplining yourself, and I love that word. Disciplining yourself to know what's right and important. That's the way to go. Well, I think sometimes as coaches, we get so wrapped up on what we need to do on any given day that we're not necessarily thinking about what we think is right and important. And I think if you can begin from there, you can always go back and anchor yourself. Leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. Very, very concise. And I think there's a lot to that, and we're going to talk about vision quite a bit later on. And then James McGregor Burns up there, this is my favorite definition of leadership. This is the one that I've adopted. Transformational leaders are those who can influence followers to set aside their individual agendas in favor of becoming agents of collective achievement. And I've always wanted my teams to have one of those 007 shirts that says Agent of Collective Achievement. And in rowing, what we know, there are no stars, there are no LeBron Jameses. The more we can understand that our destinies are wed together, the more motivation there is to work together in the ultimate team sport.